morning, everyone. How is everybody today? My name is Hilary Woodhead. I am the Chief Executive Officer at the National Activity Providers Association, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this broadcast. We're coming to you live across all our channels, thanks to our amazing backstage team and the magic of technology. It is day one of National Activity Providers and Professionals Week 2025, and we couldn't be more excited to kick things off with all of you. Let's talk about why NAP Week matters so much. Why are we all here celebrating the amazing work of activity providers? We are delighted at NAPA to be able to host this week of events. Everything we do to support activity providers and activity provision across health, housing and social care settings. And we know that activity provision is about how people spend their time doing the things that matter to them. But we also know that how that happens is based on the skills and the approaches, the attitudes of the people that support them. And those that support them are often working in care settings as activity staff, activity providers. So the work that they do is really the beating heart of a care setting. Most of our members at NAPA are care homes. And in a care home, you might find a group of care workers, and there may be one, two, sometimes more dedicated staff called activity coordinators, lifestyle leads. We use the umbrella term activity provider, who are responsible for activity and engagement. And this role has developed over the last 20 or so years. NAPA has been around since 1997. To really focus on not just how people spend their time, but making sure that they continue to connect with their communities, they continue to connect with the things that matter to them, the people that matter to them, the places that matter to them, etc. So National Activity Providers and Professionals Week has been going now for quite a few years here in the UK, but has been well established in the States for over 25 years. We worked with our partners NAP US to have a joint approach to NAP Week. So now we have an international focus, same week every year, third week in January, on the importance of activity providers and professionals and the work that they do. A huge thank you to our generous sponsors this year, Majestic Care Luxury Care Homes. We really couldn't do anything that we do at NAPA without the support of our partner organisations. And we are particularly proud to be working with Majestic Care because we've really highlighted over the last 2 or 3 years of working with them quite closely how they really focus on the recognition of staff. They really do put a priority on recognising, acknowledging, celebrating those that work in social care. And Angela, their CEO, really leads the way on this with her work in other areas of the sector with championing social care, etc. But really making sure that we prioritise staff and staff wellbeing. So we're delighted that they really, I know that Angela, and she'll tell you herself in a minute, has a real soft spot for activity providers, having been one herself, I think, once upon a time. So to be able to work with them really does mean a lot to us. We're also delighted that during NAP Week this year, we are launching our national campaign. As you will all know, we have a national campaign every year. This year's national campaign is the Year of Musical Expression. We came up with this theme in partnership with our members, our APAG group, our Activity Providers Advisory Group, who inform everything we do. We've been very keen to make sure that the national campaign highlights some of the challenges, but also some of the opportunities that our members are sharing with us around particular types of activity and engagement. And music comes up again and again as a kind of foundation, really, for activity provision. And if we get music provision right in activity and engagement, quite often what we see are really creative approaches to understanding what people need and understanding how people want to and need to spend their time. So the launch of the national campaign this year will take place throughout this week. So we've got a number of events planned, which I'll come on to, as well as our national conference on Friday and our awards ceremony. but it will also carry on throughout the year. So we will have all sorts of events. We've developed a range of resources that will highlight the benefits of music in activity provision. And doing that work alongside us this year, I'm very, very proud to be able to share with you, we have a brand new partnership with Symphony Sound. I will again be able to introduce you in a minute to their director, Nisha. But I just wanted to say what an incredible commitment as an organisation starting out really working with care homes, have well established in other parts of the sector, but to be able to see their dedication in sponsoring the Year of Musical Expression really says so much about their commitment. So we're very, very excited to be working with them, and I would just want to thank them for their support. So we have an exciting year planned. There'll be lots for activity providers, care teams, care home managers, care managers to get involved with. Please tell us what you need. If you have a challenge, if you have a case example, if you're doing something innovative around the use of music, please let us know. Please send us your stories. We want to be able to share those far and wide. But we also want to be able to respond to some of the challenges that you have. One of the things that we've been developing is some guidance around the use of music-based activities and the use of music therapy. We often get asked from activity providers, well, what's the difference? Am I doing music therapy? What am I doing that's different to a music therapist? So I think some clarity as well around roles and responsibilities over this next year will be important too. We're also going to be embarking on a literature review. Our research and impact officer is working hard to develop the evidence so that we can really demonstrate what we know to work well. So we all know that music plays a vital part, but actually what's the evidence to suggest that it really makes a difference to people's lives. So we'll be publishing that over the next few weeks as well. So lots of interesting and engaging resources, we hope, to support you in this next 12 months or so. So let's introduce our guests. So first of all, we have Angela from Majestic Care Luxury Care Homes. Please join us, Angela. And we also have Nisha from Symphony Sound. Hello, both.
Everyone.
Morning.
Patiently backstage. How are you doing?
Good. Very excited.
The dog says morning.
And the dog says morning. We like an animal joining in at NAPA. We often have a cat walk past or a dog barking. So welcome to the dog as well. Live television, isn't it wonderful? Angela, tell us a little bit about you, about Majestic Care, about why you want to support NAP Week.
Okay, so I'm Angela Boxall, and I'm part of the team at Majestic Care. I've worked at Majestic Care since 2006, so I'm getting edging, and it makes me feel quite old. I'm edging towards that sort of big year, but yeah, my life started as an activities provider, and I guess that just everybody at Majestic Care is exactly the same. We all just love living life. So whether we work at Majestic Care, whether we live at Majestic Care, we get up every day and think, how can we make today a good day? And that runs right through our organisation, and NAPA are a huge part of that for us. So, making people thrive, enjoy life. One of our values is happiness. So, our activities providers are hugely important in making people smile. And yeah, if you want to smile and laugh every day, come and work at Majestic Care. We have our trials and tribulations the same as any other care organisation, but I think teamwork and the activities people that work within our organisation is so important in changing the narrative and changing the vibe, and I think they're so underestimated, and the difference that they make to everybody, not just the people that live in the homes. A great activity first thing in the morning gets everybody going, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So yeah, so it's important to me. It's important to the whole team at Majestic Care, and yeah, so we're just thrilled to be part of NAP Week. And you know, the fact that it's about music just makes it even better for us, because music was my first love and it will be my last, as they say. So yeah, we're really excited for 2025.
Thank you, Angela, and thank you again for all your support. I think in one way or another you've been involved in that week for the last few years, so thank you. And Nisha, would you like to just say a little bit about yourself and also about Symphony Sound and your sponsorship, really, why you've decided to work with NAPA this year?
Of course. So my name's Nisha and I'm one of the directors at Symphony Sound. The other director is my brother, actually, Pritesh. Symphony Sound are basically a specialist organisation trying to help with better hearing in social situations. We started our journey with a company called Symphony Hearing, providing individual hearing care and support to individuals within care homes and retirement villages, just within the retirement sector. What we found, the more sites we visited, the more people we saw, what we realized is that there's all these wonderful activities available, all these fabulous social spaces, but people just were not able to make use of them because they simply can't hear in them. Now, it's, you know, there are so many positive connotations associated with good hearing: physical, mental, emotional. It's just endless. So we thought, you know, we have to find a way to fix this. So we spoke with our manufacturing partner and we said, look, there's got to be something that can help. They had a product which was absolutely mind-blowing. So what it basically is it's a speaker that changes the sound waves in a room and basically improves the clarity of the noises in the room to help people hear better, rather than just adding volume. And it was incredible the difference it could make. We've used it at a number of different events, at care homes, retirement organizations, everywhere. And, you know, the impact it has is just outstanding. So what we're trying to do is, together with NAPA, is to spread the message and spread the word about good hearing. And we're trying to do it by not just saying that there's a problem, but providing a resolution to that problem, and a really practical resolution, something that's wireless, affordable, mobile, something that is easy to use. You know, the activities managers can use it. Sometimes, you know, residents can use it themselves, and just be able to engage and enjoy all the wonderful things that they can do at these places, really. So we're so excited to be a part of, you know, what NAPA are doing, and you know, to try and help people and raise awareness of the importance of hearing, really.
And it fits so well with music, doesn't it? It just fits so well.
The thing is, there's so much to be said for, you know, the impact that a song or a sound can have for a person. But they have to be able to hear it to benefit from it. And that's what we're trying to say. That's what we want to do. I think it's a wonderful initiative from NAPA, and, you know, we're so excited to be a part of it.
Thank you. I think as we were chatting about earlier, I think sometimes with music, it isn't always that somebody doesn't want to listen to music. It's that they're struggling to hear what everybody else is hearing. Either it's changed because of the environment, so there's acoustic issues, or it's too loud, or it's too quiet, or it's just irritating them because of the type of how the sound is playing on the machine that it's being played on, rather than the music itself. And so we sometimes hear, well, oh, John doesn't like music. Well, it's not that he doesn't like music, it's that actually the way that it's being, you know, provided on the system it's being provided, for whatever reason, in this room isn't comfortable for John. And I think that it's unusual, really, isn't it, to find people who don't get any pleasure in music. It's finding the right music, the right tone, the right volume, those things.
And the thing is, everyone's going to need it differently, aren't they? So one person, it may be too loud, another it may be too sharp, another it may be too
sharp.
And what you want to do is you want it to be so inclusive, so they can all engage and talk about what they're hearing as well, because there's so much joy to be had from that as well. And I think, you know, it's just fantastic if you can try and get to the bottom of it and fix it.
Yeah.
We talk about individualized care, don't we? And just thinking about myself then when you talked about music. So I'm a volume up girl. So I'll get in my car, the music's on, the volume is as high as it'll go, and I'm singing along and bopping along on the, and my other half will get in the car and go, my God, what's wrong with you? Turn it straight down. So he likes it as a background noise while he's driving. So that's just two people in one space. So try putting 20 people in a space and making everybody happy. That's and then we wonder why, like you said, people go, actually, can I go back to my room now, please?
And that's the worry. They don't come, and you want them to come and enjoy the experience and to keep on coming and see the benefits that they can have from it. I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is about individualized care. It's about that person-centered approach, but it's also about our relationship with music. As you're saying, you're bringing your own assumptions, your own likes and dislikes, aren't you, to whatever interaction you're going to have with the people that you support. And it's almost as though you need to put yourself and your interests and what you like on one side for a second, and just think about how is this other person experiencing music, the sound, if you like. There's lots of guidance available in the resources that we've developed. You can head over to our website, download the toolkit that we've developed with Symphony Sound. There's lots of guidance in there, top tips, ideas. It's really comprehensive. We're very proud of it. And as I said, there will be a range of other resources available throughout the year as well. We've also done some resources specifically around types of music and certain eras, and more to come. So thank you, Jana. Jana's just popped that up on the screen, as you can see, just some examples of some of the other resources that are available as well. So do have a look. If there's, as I said, if there's anything missing, anything you want to know about, let us know and we'll create it. That's all what this year is about, giving you what you need to be able to support the use of music. So I think we might have a couple of questions. We've got one coming in. This one, thank you. This one's from Laura. Why did NAPA choose this week to celebrate NAP Week? Well, I'd like to say it was our idea, Laura, but actually we have jumped on this week because it is well established in the States. So it's been NAP Week, National Activity Professionals Week, in the States, as I said, for over 20 years. And about 3 or 4 years ago, we were connecting more. It was actually during COVID, when everybody was connecting more online. We were setting up lots of kind of international meetings to really understand how other activity professionals and providers were providing activities during COVID, how they were using online forums more, how they were enabling families to connect using digital platforms. And we became aware of just how positive NAP Week was in the States. And so they asked us if we would like to get involved. And here we are. So it's always the third week in January. It starts the year off with a bang. Why not recognise people at the start of the year? And often I think this is changing as as our workforce becomes more diverse and the people we support becomes more diverse. But January is a time often for activity providers when they've just come out of the busiest month of their year. December is a busy month. There's all sorts of cultural and religious festivals. It's often a time when there's lots of families visit. There's a lot going on in care homes in December. So why not have January as a real celebration of all their hard work. So that's why we chose this week, Laura.
It's a nice reset as well, isn't it? Because you've gone on and everything's been so busy. Actually, it's quite nice, that new chapter, that new beginning. Yeah. And January feels a bit like that in care homes. I think everybody thinks, new year, new chapter, new ideas. So it fits well.
It does. Well. And I think new ideas is a good one, because no matter whenever we ask an activity provider what they need, they say ideas. They need more ideas. And I know myself, when I was an activity provider, which was a very long time ago, I probably would said exactly the same thing, because activity providers are very creative individuals, but there's only so many ideas that you come up with. So share your ideas with each other, share them with us, and we can share them, because, you know, I think sometimes you do, as you need that reset, don't you? You need to, I need to do things differently. I need to have some new ideas up my sleeve that I can try in 2025. Brilliant. Thank you, Laura. That was a good question. We've got another question. I think this one's from Philip. I think music is a great topic to focus on in 2025. Why did NAPA decide on this particular activity? Well, as I said, it's to do with really listening to our members, listening to our activity providers advisory group. They are the ones that inform what we do. I think also because it's, as I said, it's a foundation skill, really. It's a foundation activity. It often features in other activities as well. If you're doing reminiscence or creative activities, there's often music involved. So I think we just thought, why not? Why not have a focus on music? The last couple of years, we focused more on connection. So we had the year of community connection, the year of belonging. The activity providers advisory group said, let's go back this year to a particular type of activity, which is why we focused on music. I think the next one isn't for me. I hope that this is a question for one of you. Let's see which one this one is. My activity coordinator is like my right arm. I couldn't do my job without her. Why don't all care homes recognise their worth? Angela.
You know, do you know what? I mentioned earlier on, I started out as an activities provider, 6 hours a week, and it was set hours. Whereas, you know, these days, thank goodness, it's much more meaningful. And actually, there's so many more people involved as well. You know, the chefs are involved, maintenance involved. We're all involved in activities. It's not just a one man show. But years ago, they were the first people, you know, if somebody phoned in sick, can you go and give everybody the breakfast? Can you go and do this? Can you go and do that? And they were like the extra pair of hands in the home rather than actually the heart of the home. And I think, thank goodness that's changed so much. And actually, you know, the way they make a difference to the people that actually work in the home as well as live in the home. So I think it's culture. It's about making sure that everybody is fully aware of what that person's role is, and you know, we make sure that people have their hours. They're not pulled into different jobs and positions. That they're given support from the rest of the team. So actually, you used this word earlier about coordinator, Hilary, and actually that's what they are. They coordinate life. And it's like having a PA for people, isn't it? Because they just make things happen, but they're not the only ones responsible. And I think once you change that culture in a home, that every single person in that home is just as important as everybody else. But the person, you know, the beating heart, the person that actually makes everyone smile. And I think where we managed to change the culture was that understanding that actually happy residents make everyone's life a lot better. If everybody in the home is happy, then it's a great day. If everybody's bored and sat in their room with nothing to do, I know what I'm like when I'm bored. God forbid whichever care home I end up in. But you know, it's all about making life better for all of us, and understanding that their job isn't to do everything. It's to support everyone to have a good life and to coordinate that for people. And NAP Week is, you know, the reason that we always get behind NAP Week is because, you know, we like to celebrate everybody, but I do think sometimes the activities teams are a bit forgotten because, you know what, they just do their job with such ease and such grace and with smiles on their faces. And, you know, they should be celebrated, and I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to the awards next week, to see so many activities providers all in one room, cheering each other on. And I think the other great thing about knowing and recognizing their worth is that they tell each other how great they are too. That peer-to-peer recognition, that NAPA gives people an opportunity to come together and share ideas and actually give each other a pat on the back, because, you know, very often activities providers don't do that. They don't recognize their own worth.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's a care group out there that doesn't recognise their activities people, then they won't recognise themselves either. So, you know, get behind that week, and yeah, buy tickets to the awards next week, and you'll see what real celebration is, I'm sure.
Brilliant, Angela. Thank you. It was a brilliant answer. And Cece, if you're trying to build a business case for an activity provider, if that's what's behind this question, or you're thinking, why do other care homes need to build a business case? Get them to contact NAPA. We can help with that. You know, as everything Angela said, it's absolutely vital that all staff are involved in activity engagement. But you do need someone, as our colleague Natalie would say, to lead the band. You really, really do. So yeah, thank you for that really great question. I don't know, Nisha, if you had anything wanted to add anything really about just the role of
just to say the benefits of what the activity coordinators provide is just, you know, there's just no value. You can't explain the amount of value that they can have. Just a sing-along session, or, you know, a get-together, it can have, like Angela said, it completely changes the outlook of the day. Everyone's happier, everyone's interacted with each other. And again, that's exactly what we're trying to say. It's so vitally important, the social interactions we have with each other in order to live a better quality of life. And the activity coordinators, it is a struggle sometimes, but they work so hard. And you can tell the organisations or the care homes where the activity coordinators are quite heavily involved and are valued, because the residents are so much happier and they're so much more engaged. They're looking forward to it. And it definitely makes life a better place, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Thank you both. Thank you so much. I think we're pretty much out of time. So I'm going to just take us through really, really quickly what else is happening this week. So tomorrow, I'm going to be chatting with Zoe Robson, who is our physical activity lead, about the power of music to get people moving and keeping people physically active. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to be meeting with Liv McClelland, who we're going to be talking about singing. What is it about singing that is so, so powerful in helping us create connection and well-being? Then on Thursday, we will connect with those international partners, our friends NAP in the States, and we'll be sharing good practice from all over the global good practice, really, in terms of the use of music. And then on Friday, the big day, we will be in Liverpool all day, all evening. It's going to be a long day. An early start and a late finish. We've got the conference during the day, a fantastic lineup of speakers, and our awards ceremony in the evening. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, there might just be a few left. You can head over and book yourself on for the conference or the awards on Friday. But for now, remember, share what you're up to. Go to our website, print off your posters and your flyers, do your social media posts. Tell us how important activity provision is and our activity providers are. We want to see that all across social media. Thank you so much for getting involved this week. Thank you to Angela and Majestic Care. Thank you to Nisha and Symphony Sound. Bye for now. Bye, everybody.
Bye.